Hello 10th graders, today we are going to start with our new unit, Unit 9, Literature. So, what do you know about literature? What is literature to you? Actually, literature it's a kind of written work, and it has different genres. Genre here means kinds. So in literature, we have stories, novels, poems, poetry. So literature means الأدب, and literature has different genres. زي ما حكيت لكم, genre means kinds, types, إلها أنواع مختلفة such as short stories, novels, etc. And we are going to read and discuss the text under the title Reading Through the Ages. So we are going to talk about reading and how reading developed through the time. So let's start with the first paragraph. We are going to read it, summarize it, and give the main idea. Reading is a skill that we have been practicing for at least 5,000 years. And in today's world of digital information, it is one that we need more than ever. So here we are talking about the history of reading. So if I'm asking you, how old is reading? The answer is it's about 5,000 years. So before 5,000 years, people started writing. What about today? Is reading the same from 5,000 years till today, or we have different ways? What do you think? Yes, of course. Reading today is completely different from reading in the past. Why? Because we have digital information. So, before 5,000 years, did people have digital information? Did they have electronic books or internet? Did they have mobile phones? No, they didn't. This is why reading these days is different from reading in the past. Technological advances in communication mean we are dealing with more written material than ever before. So, because we have technology here, we have more reading materials, we have more written things. لأنه عندنا technology, so written things we have written things are more than before. يعني لو نروح على الانترنت we're gonna find a lot of written works, كتير أشياء مكتوبة. Just write a word in Google and you're gonna find a lot of topics about this word. But what we read has changed dramatically over the centuries. Here they are telling you that reading is changing through history. So القراءة completely different in the past from these days. So in this paragraph, you have to know that reading is about 5,000 years old, عمرها 5,000 years old, and reading in the past is different from reading these days. Why? ليش بفرق عن زمان? Because we have digital information, because we have technology, and technology has changed the way we write and the way we read. The following paragraph. Known works of literature is the Epic of Gilgamesh, engraved on stone by the Sumerians from southern Iraq nearly 5,000 years ago. So here we are talking about a very important written work, واحدة من أقدم الأعمال وأهمها, which is the Epic of Gilgamesh. هاي epic we mean it's a very long poem, قصيدة طويلة جدا. In Arabic it means ملحمة شعرية. The epic اسمها Gilgamesh. It's a very interesting one. I advise you to read it through the internet. So Gilgamesh is a very long poem and it's a very famous one and it's one of the earliest work. واحدة من أقدم. It's a very old work. Engraved on stone. What do you mean by engraved? Engraved here means written on stone. Written يعني محفورة بالصخور. So engraved means to write on stone, okay? To carve it into wood, stone, or other materials. It is number one. Engraved, it's number one. Carved into wood, stone, or other materials. يعني محفورة, منقوشة. يعني كيف زمان كتبوها the Epic of Gilgamesh, as you can see in this picture. This is the Epic of Gilgamesh. It is written on stone. It's engraved, منحوتة على الصخور. It's written by the Sumerians. So who wrote the Epic of Gilgamesh? Sumerians, السومريين. Where did they find this epic? They found it in southern Iraq. Where? In southern Iraq. How old is this epic? It is also 5,000 years old. يعني عمر الإبك هاي الملحمة الشعرية it is the same as the reading age. عمرها من عمر بداية القراءة والكتابة. The work is an epic poem which deals with the themes of heroism, friendship, and the quest for eternal life. Public. Okay, so here they are telling you about this epic. As I told you, what's the meaning of epic? Epic means a very long poem. It is number 3. It's a number 3 long poem. قصيدة طويلة ملحمة شعرية in Arabic. So, what does this epic, the epic of Gilgamesh, talk about? شو المواضيع, themes, the topics, the ideas that this epic is talking about? It talks about 3 things. 3 أشياء بتحكي عنهم هاي الإبك. The first one, heroism. Heroism is a noun which is taken from the word hero. What's the meaning of hero? Hero means بطل. So heroism, البطولة. The second thing is friendship. And the third thing, a quest for eternal life. Quest for eternal life. Quest means searching. البحث عن الحياة الأبدية. Eternal life معناها الحياة الأبدية. So this epic talks about 3 things. What are those 3 things? The first one is heroism, البطولة, friendship, and the quest for eternal life. Eternal معناها forever, living forever with no death, ما فيها موت, الحياة الأبدية. So in this epic, those 3 topics are talking about. Public poetry recitals were a popular event in the time, and it is not surprising that the first written texts, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, were versions of the poems that could be heard in squares and theaters. So here they are telling you the way how those poetry were said. كيف كانوا يحكوهم? By recitals. Recitals. What is the meaning of recitals? معناها الترنيم. Recital اللي هي number 11, public performances of a music or poetry. So here recitals كانوا يرنموهم. Where did they where did they recital those epics? Actually in theaters. Okay, so again, let's revise the main ideas here. The first idea, you have to know how old is reading. You have to tell me that it is 5,000 years. The second thing, you have to tell me what is the difference between reading in the past and reading those days. You have to tell me that reading is completely different. Why? Because of digital information and technology. Then you have to tell me what is the one of the first early work of literature, من أقدم الأعمال الأدبية, is the Epic of Gilgamesh. So who wrote it? مين كتبها? Sumerians. Where? In South Iraq. How old is it? It's 5,000 years old. What do you mean by epic? What is an epic? It's a very long poem. قصيدة طويلة, ملحمة شعرية. Where did they found it? It was engraved. What do you mean by engraved? It is منحوتة. It's number 1, carved into wood. منحوتة بالخشب أو بالصخر. What does this epic talk about? What does it talk about? تحكي عن 3 things, which are heroism, friendship, and quest for eternal life. How did they say it? كيف كانوا يحكوا هاي القصيدة very long? It was recited. They used recitals. كانت تترنم in theaters.